Hi. So I've been watching and doing some work uh, following Kelsey's. And one thing he invited us to do was to talk about, write 5 things that we don't like about ourselves, 5 traits that we really don't like about ourselves. And at first, I thought it would be easy. Well, I thought it would be so much easier than what turned out to be. But finally, I came up with the 5 traits, and then he invites us to record a video and do whatever we want with the video. So that's what I'm doing. I'm recording this video. And so right now I'm feeling emotion is coming up when I think about the personal trait that I want to talk about right now that I don't like. And that is that I second guess myself a lot. I don't trust myself. And that brings up so much sadness. I guess this is the sadness of being aware. There is a lump on my throat. Can I just love it? Yes, I can. Here it comes again. So there is this thought that triggers this emotion, and that is becoming aware of how much of a people pleaser I have been my whole life, and I didn't even know it. How much effort there was for me to fit in, to be loved, be accepted, not be seen, judged as a bad person. I guess I should have brought some tissues. Well, there's always the washing machine. And now, being aware of this struggle, this girl on a mission to fit in and be accepted, be loved by others. I kind of have to learn, recall, allow whatever it is that is necessary for me to trust myself. And taking the time to sit with that trait, second guessing myself a lot and not trusting myself, looking for approval. When I think about not liking it, it pisses me off. It really pisses me off. There is this part of me that is pissed that I keep second guessing myself. And I can see how much I have improved. And I guess this is an ongoing process. So, second guessing, looking for approval, kind of tends to create this stuckness feeling, indecisive feeling. When I'm looking at my notes of the traits, and it's there, second guessing myself a lot. And then I go into judging myself for second guessing myself, and which is funny enough another trait that I don't like about myself is being my harshest critic. There is this part of me that goes like, stop second guessing yourself, girl. Just go for it. Like just fucking trust yourself. What does it take for you to trust yourself? And I guess because I am 46. So the common thing, the things that my system and my body and my brain has conditioned me, or I have conditioned myself, or whatever, been conditioned to operate. So like my operating system has been the one of second guessing, has been the one of fitting in, has been the one of looking for approval, has been the one of keeping myself safe. So the part of me that has been running the show, or that not has been, because I wouldn't be able to have this conversation with myself if I hadn't been doing all this work. But right now what I see is that so many years operating under this fear, that's what this body, that's what this personality knows. And now it's always a question of practicing the opposite, practicing showing up, practicing daring to trust this inner voice, daring to trust the intuition, daring to what would happen if right now I would do the thing that scares me the most, or what would happen right now if I didn't listen to this inner critic voice. What would happen right now if I were to be fully authentic? What would it be? What would it take? And I have to say that practicing authenticity may cost and is costing high prices right now, the way. So, like, as far as I can perceive right now, because as Kyle sees mentioned, and it made perfect sense to me, like, the mind can only see what it will lose, it cannot see what it will gain. But living in a place of authenticity, being true to yourself, means that, for me, means that I have to act, behave, commit to some things that this mind cannot understand. And that may be painful, such as letting go of relationships that no longer align with who I am. And that may mean, and that is meaning, and that means sometimes it's painful. It's always a question about how often do I want to revisit that story. Because everything is a story. And right now what's coming up for me is that I guess the ego is so fucking good. Is the ego, like, I would say the ego is a fucking badass. Because it's really, like, it's really committed into surviving and doing its job. It's a fucking badass. But I would guess what's coming up for me is that even for me, knowing that everything is a story, and knowing that everything is nothing has any meaning except the meaning we give it, it's so easy for me to not take the time to sit. So right now, I'm here, and there is this side of me that goes like, if you know all that shit, so why are you taking the time to talk about it? And why the fuck are you crying? Because everything is good and everything is well. Yada 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 yada. You know. So I would guess, if I had to guess, I would say that's the ego way of keeping me stuck and trapped inside myself. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have any human experience. If I would just believe and act accordingly, why be sad? Why be angry? No, like everything is just an illusion, and nothing has any meaning except the one you give it. And I would be trapped in that story. And right now, there's this. Oh, and now you are all over the place, and you even don't know what you're talking about. I love that. That's okay. So right now there is this question in my mind, or in my heart, whatever. What does it look like to bring light into this trait that I don't like about myself? Believe it or not, I asked the question, I didn't hear it, and now someone is ringing the bell. I totally don't know what I just asked. I don't. I'm not gonna answer the bell. What was my question? Oh, I remember. What does it feel like? What does it look like to bring light, to allow this part of me that I really don't like into the light? Bring it forth. Right now, inside my head, there was this, yes, so what you're gonna learn with that? I don't have to learn anything right now. I don't want to learn anything right now. I just want to be with this. Because I've been doing a lot of stuff that hasn't been working. So why not give it a shot to something different, right? Second guessing. And now there is this thought saying, oh, will this help this get healed forever? Isn't it interesting? Who cares? I really don't want to attach to that. I really don't want to attach to that. I really don't want to attach to be healed forever. So right now I'm feeling calmer. My body is more relaxed. There's tightness in certain muscles in my body. I guess it's more intimate, it's deeper, because I'm feeling the pelvic floor muscles really contracted. There is a slight tension in my jaw. And I love that. There is tension in my forehead. And I love that. I actually don't. Well, when I said that, I felt an emotion coming. Yes, it's in here. And right now, in my head goes like, what the fuck does the tension in your forehead is bringing this emotion all about? But it's in here. There is tension in the center of my forehead. Right here. And it's bringing emotion up. And I'm not gonna intellectualize any reason for being emotional. But the thing that came up for me is that contraction, tension is not my nature. The tension in my forehead is still there, and I love that. Right now, there is this thought coming up saying, like, how long have you been here? And it's good. Now you're quiet, now you're calm. So you can stop this. But I am deciding, now I'm getting dizzy. I'm deciding, I'm getting really dizzy. I am deciding to stay here for a little bit while longer. And see what happens. Because you know what? I've been a master at running away from myself. I have to get a little bit of water because I'm really getting dizzy. And right now, there is the thought that, oh, what if you decide you're going to post this video and people are watching and you're just sitting here in silence and nothing else is happening? I guess everybody loves the drama. So, in case I decide to post this, you can always leave. And funny enough, I thought I would be on my own for more than 90 minutes. And that was the reason I decided to sit here and record this video. But for whatever reason, I keep being interrupted, and my kid just arrived. Apparently, he didn't have his training. So right now he's staring at the door and he's seeing me talking to the camera, and he's probably thinking that I am in a coaching session of some kind. There is so much tension in my forehead. So this is me evolving out loud. Okay, so now there's a lot of movement in the house, and I'm going to interrupt this.